Calling the meeting to order of the Council of City of South Lebanon, June 20th, 2024. Tina, would you like to call the roll?
Allen. Present. Carmack.
Present.
Combs.
Present.
Fetter.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
Spicer.
Present.
Would you all please rise for the prayer and the pledge? Just a minute, I'll give it. It disappeared. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and the blessings that you have given to us in South Lebanon. Let us all work together for the betterment of our city and our constituents, and let us do it respectfully. And we ask all these things in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pushed it over for you. Thank you all for being here tonight, and I'm going to, do we have any guests? Jamie, did you want to say anything? Okay. Well, then I'm going to open the floor to the public, and if anybody wants to say anything from the floor. Okay, I will close the floor to the public, and we will move on to business. New business, emergency resolution 2024-20, indicating municipal services to certain real property proposed to be annexed to the city of South Lebanon from Union Township, known as the Frank Snyder Property Area Annex. I need a motion to suspend the two reading rule.
Motion made to suspend the two reading rule.
And a second. No seconds? We will enter this as a first reading then. Moving on to emergency resolution 2024-21 regarding incompatible land uses and zoning buffer with respect to property proposed to be annexed in the city of South Lebanon from adjacent land remaining in Union Township, known as the Frank Snyder Property Area Annexation. I need a motion to suspend the two reading rules.
I just want to indicate to everybody that these have to be filed with the Commissioner's office by June 25th. So if they aren't passed as an emergency, we're going to have to schedule a special meeting.
Also, we have a pre-annexation agreement with the Frank and Snyder's as well. That is part of this.
Hearing no motion to suspend the second reading rule, it is entered into the record as a first reading.
So Tina, pick a date for a special meeting, please, before June 25th.
And before we adjourn tonight.
Yeah.
Sure, Monday.
All right.
Okay. I need a motion to suspend, I'm sorry. Emergency resolution 2024-23, authorizing an agreement with River Creek Lofts. Did I miss one?
Yes.
Oh, 2022, I'm sorry. Emergency resolution 2024, authorizing all actions necessary to affect governmental natural gas aggregation program. I need a motion to suspend the two reading rule.
I'll make a motion to suspend the two readings.
Second.
Yes.
Allen.
Yay.
Carmack.
Yay.
Combs.
Yay.
Fetter.
Yay.
Harrison.
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Is there any discussion or questions you would like to ask about this?
The only thing I can say is that this does affect the residents. It is an aggregation for the gas. And it will give them an option to opt out if they choose. I did read that, so.
And Jerry, do you want to discuss with them that these aggregations, this natural gas aggregation will be lower than Duke's default price?
Yeah, that's the plan, that we wouldn't enter into an agreement unless it was lower than the Duke's default program. Now, if somebody's already on a contract for natural gas with a private company, they wouldn't be included in this unless that contract expired, then they could opt in at any time during the period of this aggregation.
So are there any more questions, or I need a motion to adopt? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have a question.
I'm
So
sorry.
that means that it's automatically, if people's automatically entered into the agreement, they have to opt out to get out of it?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, like the electric aggregation. Yeah.
And I will tell you that the electric aggregation has been beneficial to the city, correct, Jerry, and to its constituents?
Yes, yeah, we've got the data on how much money has been saved since then. So it's typically about 20 to 30,000 a month throughout the city.
So I need a motion to adopt by title only.
Brenda Combs, motion to adopt title only.
And a second.
Marion Harrison, the second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Emergency Resolution 2024-23, authorizing an agreement with the River Creek Lofts and 1770 Mason Morrow Millgrove LLC relative to the improvements along Mason Morrow Millgrove Road for the River Creek Lofts development. I need a motion to suspend the 2 reading rule.
Motion made, Brenda Combs, to suspend the 2 reading rule.
Sharon Carmack, second.
Is there any discussion or questions? Hearing none.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
A motion to adopt by title only is needed.
So moved.
Brenda Combs, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs, Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Resolution 2024-24, first reading, imposing a temporary moratorium on the acceptance, consideration, and/or granting of any zoning, occupancy, or permits or applications relating to cultivators, processors, or retail dispensers of adult use cannabis within the city. Is there any discussion? Yes.
So this ordinance, does it have anything to do outside of the permits or anything? Does that affect, average people that are wanting to partake in that?
No, it does not. It's just, and it's a resolution, not an ordinance, and it just imposes the moratorium, a waiting period, so that all information can be gathered, and each of you can research it independently and determine what you all may want to do, and then come back and debate that here in public. Welcome.
So in researching this today, it's really not even, they don't really have a good understanding how this law is gonna work. Okay, so the ordinance or what we were given, the resolution that we were given from Springboro stated 6 months. They're on a waiver for 6 months. So we know that any individual can do their personal, whatever they want to do there. But let me ask you this. In 6 months, we know that laws go from A to Z, and it's not a quick process. Is there a way that we can lengthen this longer than 6 months? Would that be an option for the resolution?
Yes, that would be an option. I just used 6 months because it's my understanding that at about that time frame, the Division of Cannabis Control will have issued all of its rules and regulations that will give much more guidance on what the law is actually going to be looking like and how it's going to be applied when it comes to the regulatory agency. So that's why I used that time frame. Council's free to, if they wish, change that time frame. But that was my thought process in preparing the resolution.
I personally would like to do that so we could have a very good and clear understanding of what it's going to look like. I would like to make that 12 months instead of 6, but it's totally up to the council. That's just my opinion.
So basically what I'm understanding, this is just a pause. A pause, so we figure,
Correct.
till we figure out the pros and cons of this. Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes, that's accurate.
Is there, go ahead, go ahead. Is
Any
there,
other questions or discussion on it? So what I'll do is, well, I know that Councilmember Allen has expressed a desire to make it 12 months instead of 6 months. I don't know whether there's any consensus on that or not. If there is, then we can revise the resolution for purposes of the second reading and make it a second reading as amended.
I, Brenda Combs, would also like to see it 12 months. I think we would have a understanding.
So I would ask for a motion to amend Resolution 2024-24, include the different time frame instead of 180 days, and then we can revise that and have it prepared for next meeting.
I make a motion to extend it from 6 months to 12 months.
Second,
Andrew, I don't have on record that we ever entered the first reading on record. So do we need to do that before we move on to a different motion?
we didn't, we
never
had
entered it.
discussion
Right,
first.
we never entered it into record.
So I will enter it into the record.
Well,
Okay,
then what we could do is, since it hasn't been entered into the record, if there's a motion to amend it or revise it right now, and it's been seconded and then everybody votes, we can enter it into the record as a first reading as amended.
Okay, I'd like it to enter it into record as the amended edition.
resolution.
Stop, stop,
Oh,
stop.
I'm sorry.
second,
Take the vote on
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
didn't get a second yet. We have a
Yep.
motion that's,
second,
thank you. Allen,
yay,
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay,
Spicer.
Yay.
So resolution 2024-24, first reading as amended, imposing a temporary memoriam on acceptance, consideration, and or granting of any zoning occupancy or permits or applications relating to cultivators, processors, or retail dispensers of adult use cannabis within the city. So entered into the record. Thank you. Now, we need a motion to approve the invoices. Is there any discussion about the invoices? Hearing none. We need a motion and a second to approve the invoices.
I make a motion to approve.
Second, Lisa.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Motion to approve the law director's invoice. And a second.
Motion made to approve the law director's invoice.
Carmack, second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
We need an approval for the May financial statements, a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes for the regular meeting on June the 6th? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
Brenda Combs, motion to approve.
And a second.
Second.
Allen,
Yay.
Carmack,
Yay.
Combs,
Yay.
Feder,
Yay.
Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer.
Yay.
Motion carries. Now on to, there is no old business unless we want to discuss these two emergency motions. Did you want to?
Yeah, if we could circle back, to those. Can I inquire as to why there's an issue with passing these as an emergency this evening? Because what's going to happen on Monday evening, if we have a special meeting, is they will need to be passed as an emergency because they got to be filed with the commissioner's office on Tuesday morning. So I'm just curious as to what the holdup is.
As for me, I don't like emergency ordinance on any annexation. I have not heard anything about this. I sent Jerry a letter asking him, because the residents got a letter about the annexation. He did tell me, I asked him a couple questions. What is the benefit to South Lebanon? There is none. There's really not a benefit for us to do this annexation. We're responsible for the roads, the services, and all the road maintenance that's going along with the second annexation. That's not something that I think is in the health, safety, and welfare of the residents of South Lebanon. It doesn't fit the bill.
Just to briefly address that, and I'll let Jerry comment. The pre-annexation agreement has already been approved by council. It's been filed with the county commissioner's office. And these are the resolutions that put into place specific services that result from the pre-annexation agreement and bring it into the city. Jerry.
So this is really the next step. There's only 20 days between the time you file to the time that has to be, these resolutions have to be filed with the county commissioners. So there's no way in our system here that we could get that with the 2 readings and the 30-day waiting period. Every annexation we've done has a service resolution and buffering resolution done as emergency. They have to be. So this goes from the county commissioners on, let's see, July 2nd. That's when their hearing is. From then, they will approve it since it's uncontested. The annexation still has to be adopted or approved, accepted, I guess accepted is the word. After that time period, I think it's 90 days, I believe. But I mean, yeah, there are benefits There's no additional road maintenance that we're going to be required. It's going to have the county park under one jurisdiction and not multiple jurisdictions. And there's an opportunity to, if council wants to team up with the county park district, that would be, I think, maybe a good idea. So depends what the council wants to do, but yeah, it's up to you guys. So
You're not on, turn your.
The county park district, they pay, we maintain it or they maintain it?
yeah, it's still a county park, so they maintain it. Yes.
I have a question. Mine is that if this is an emergency resolution and if this has been going on for all this time, then why is it all of a sudden just, you gotta have emergency resolution? Why haven't we been on this before?
Like Jerry said, what happens is there's a 20-day period of time from when the petition for annexation is filed with the county commissioners for council to pass these resolutions. And so the way that our 2-reading system works, if it's done through 2 readings, and then there's a 30-day waiting period, we would never meet that 20-day time frame. That's why they're deemed or named emergencies, because we have to do it within that 20-day time frame because that's statutory.
And we fall under these rules for a reason. It's not that we want to do it this way. It's just the way the timing works out that it has to be done this way.
So the reason I didn't vote on it is because I was going to recuse myself since I live on an adjoining property.
Okay.
And myself too. Amy Snyder is my cousin.
Okay.
So that's my relatives.
I'm going to ask to go around again if I can read this again and we can try to pass this under the time constraints that we have. So I would like a motion to suspend the second reading rule for the emergency resolution 2024-20. We're going to lose this, folks.
We're not going to meet the statutory time frame.
No, we're not.
Which puts us in violation of the pre-annexation agreement that was already approved by council. So I'm just not understanding the ministerial holdup that exists right now, because this is purely a ministerial act that's statutorily required so that the documents can be filed with the commissioner's office.
But you're saying also that the county is responsible for the upkeep of the
Yes.
roads and everything. Okay, well, I'll make the motion to
Suspend.
suspend. Mhm.
Second.
Thank you.
Allen,
No.
Carmack,
Nay.
Combs,
Yay.
Better, recuse. Harrison,
Yay.
Spicer,
It failed.
Same issue is going to be in front of you on Monday night as an emergency, just so you all know.
So maybe between now and Monday, just like myself, and I'm sure Lisa as well, we don't know anything about any of this. And so maybe somebody can fill us in instead of just smacking us with it as soon
No,
as, you
no,
know.
no, no, no,
That's
no.
how I feel about it. I'm just saying, we don't know about this.
We voted, the council voted on the pre-annexation agreement. Could you please address that, Andrew?
Yeah. Council approved a contract, the pre-annexation agreement for this specific annexation that's already been done previously.
By all of you.
And so as a result of that approval of the pre-annexation agreement, the process moves forward. And so when the petition for annexation is filed with the county commissioner's office, We are required by that agreement and by statute to file these ordinances with the county commissioner's office within 20 days from when the petition is filed. That period expires on June 25th. That's why these are an emergency. And so if we don't get that done, we are in violation of the pre-annexation agreement. And I don't know what the other party would do as a result of that.
Jerry, would you please send out before Monday the pre-annexation agreement that was signed and the date that it was signed? That way the members of council can say that they read it.
Sure, yeah, we'll get that. It's already on our website, but I'll send the link out, so.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When we did the pre-annexation agreement, so I'm trying to separate, there's two properties involved here. Was it with the River Road property or the Park District or both?
Yes. It was, the pre-annexation agreement was with the Frank and Snyder property. The properties, park properties adjoining, so that's typically what we, if there was public property next, adjoining, especially since there was already half of the park already in the city, it just made sense to add that in.
I'll just say my hang up still because I'm adjoining to that property. Is there any way of splitting this off, or is it just one package?
It's all one.
Got it.
No, I understand the need to recuse. I got no issue with that. I just trying to stress the importance of getting this passed so we can file these with the commissioner's office.
So we have no change in,
Be back here on Monday.
yep. Okay, we're moving on to communications and reports from all of us. I was up at the, in Columbus last week at a mayor's conference, a 2-day mayor's conference. It was great information, and I hope to be able to share some of that with all of you. I should be getting a digital package on that, and it covered a variety of topics, and it was very, very instructive, and I met this many mayors from all over Ohio. So that was a great day, or a great, it was great information and time spent with other mayors that, talking with all of them, we are all in pretty similar boats, except for your big city mayors, as far as infrastructure and funding and all those things that come along with being a small city. So thank you for letting me go. We had a meeting with Union Township about the rules for the 4th of July parade, and I hope you all read those and saw those. We're almost ready for our 4th of July parade, so let's all get, does council have a float? The 4th of July? Well, not me, I'm, you,
But I mean, the council, that's what you're asking?
yes. I think some of you need to touch base with each other. Thanks. So we will be meeting next Monday. What's the date? The 24th at 6:00 p.m. On the 27th of June at 4:00, the chamber is having an after hours event at our new Vibrant Express, and I would, as many of us that can show up, I would hope that we would.
When is that?
June 27th at 4:00. Yeah, well, that's all I have to report this evening. I will say I'm I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get our diligence done here this evening about the annexation of these properties or these emergency resolutions to get to our county commissioners. And I hope that everyone gets the chance, because I know we've read this before because we passed the resolution, the pre-annexation resolution. So it will be a quick meeting Monday, hopefully. So, our Director of Finance. Okay, thank you.
I just want to let you
can't
guys
sign
know
this.
that this week we did have a public records train provided by the Auditor of State's Office for some of our clerical staff. I have asked all of them to sign up for one of the trainings this summer. 3 of them participated this week, and then I believe the other 2 are later, like I said, later this summer. So hopefully we're getting all staff
Did you
trained in
pass
that area of public records so that they're aware of the documents that they hold in their possession, how they need to be handled. Also, last week we had our tax clerk, Alyssa Scott. She resigned, so it was last Thursday, and her last day was actually today. So without a whole lot of notice, she's going to be working from home. So, and she's going back to the banking industry, so she will be able to work from home. And I think that was a big part of her decision. We have already started the process for filling the position. This is the first time we will give a civil service test for an account clerk position. We'll have it cover potentially a tax clerk, a mayor's court clerk, or a utility clerk, so that we have an approved list ready to go if any of those positions should ever come vacant. I'm aiming to try to get that test that last Saturday of July, the 27th, but that has not been scheduled yet. But that just so that you know that that is what I'm aiming to try to hit. And then hopefully we will then have somebody here by the middle of August. The only fortunate thing here in the situation, I mean, we're sad to see her go, but I am thankful that it is now in June and July and not 2 months ago. So if there's ever a good time, this is the good time. I mean, yeah, it's right. So, and then at not our next meeting, but the meeting after that, on July 2nd, we will be having a public hearing on the tax budget. Next Wednesday, the 26th at 9 a.m., the Finance Committee will be meeting to review the tax budget so that they're prepared to present that along with me at that July 2nd meeting. And finally, our auditors for our 2023 financials are going to be on site starting July 15th. I believe some of them have already reached out to you guys with some standard questionnaires of how we do things. And like I said, they'll be here that second week of July. That's it.
Did we have something else in there? Did you check that out? Okay, she took those away. Yes.
Yeah, you can sign all these. I know what to give you.
The rest are done. Okay, Jerry.
Just a few things. We got a planning commission meeting next Tuesday, so next week's gonna be busy. This is it's called the Arbors at Grandin Pond subdivision. This is at Stryker and Grandin. This is the phase 1, which is on the south side of the pond, with the entrance on off of Stryker Road. So planning commission will review the final development plan for that. We have a contractor, well, we was approved last week, our last meeting for the Broadway and Section Street project. So we met with them last week. So we're still waiting on a firm date of when that'll start, but we'll get the notice out when they plan on starting. We're still waiting on a date for the construction on Mason Mar Mill Grove, phase 2. I did see that Barrett Paving's marking for the roundabout there at the Columbia and Mesa Marmel Grove, so. Let's see. That should be about it for now.
Okay, thank you, Jerry, for all your hard work. Andrew,
Nothing for me.
and we don't have a deputy here, so I can say that we're moving, our traffic details have been working, and we're getting a little bit safer, I do believe. Council member Spicer, my mind just went blank.
Nothing to report this evening.
Councilman Federer,
Nothing to report tonight.
Councilmember Carmack.
Mine's a question.
Sure.
I had a resident get a hold of me this week, and they're pretty upset because they got a ticket for, they're not upset about getting the ticket. They're upset about that they got a ticket, but then the next time around that the neighbor didn't get a ticket. So they've done paid their 120 or whatever it is, and
What was the ticket for?
I'm sorry, the street sweeper, not the parking. So that's something that maybe we might want to look
Okay.
into.
Could you later
Yeah.
privately give us the name and,
I will.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Councilmember Harrison.
I have noticed that we have more people for the traffic, more, that the deputies are really doing their job, and I know they got a hard job, on that. But other than that, the deputy's not here for me to do my routine. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everyone. That's it.
Councilman Allen,
I have nothing to report.
Councilmember Holmes.
I'd like to thank the Sheriff's Department for their fine work and Union Township for keeping us safe and doing a fine work over there. And thank everybody for working hard and for our city workers. Thank you.
Are we all ready for the 4th?
We are. Everything's set, ready to
Okay.
go.
Okay,
I'm sorry, can I
Yes,
add some,
yes.
that, have we considered maybe having a stationary parade, a trailer that we can count on, although we can reach out to see if Clyde's gonna be here, different people, but it's always, finding out.
Jerry, do we have a trailer that we could use for the council members in the parade and a truck to pull it with? Because I'm sure we've got to have a trailer.
I'll have to check with Tony and get back with you. Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
sure what's suitable or not. Yeah.
Because we
another-
do need to have something that is stable and, it's there year to year. So we're not scrambling for that. So we'll check into that. And I've got plenty of decorations if y'all need them. So I'm gonna ask if there's anything else that anybody wants to say for the betterment of the council or the city. Hearing none, I'm gonna call for an adjournment, a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was waiting for you to call the roll. All those in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion adjourned.